Here are my 2 points. 1,
if you're buying,
and number 2,
if you're selling, if you're not quite sure where to start.
Thank you for doing a good job as always, and your analysis is spot on.
Talk to Dan Gemus and his team. Find them at dangemus.com. And now, filling in for Dan Gemus, your host, Joyce Blackmere.
Welcome back to the show, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us this Sunday. Cassie, we forgot at the beginning of the show, you had a listing that you wanted to make mention of.
I do. I have a lovely listing in St. Joachim. It's 353 East Ruscombe River Road. It's this beautiful little house on the canal. It's a raised ranch. They've got 4 bedrooms plus a den, and then there's 2.5 bathrooms. There's a 2-car garage that's attached and heated. It's sitting right along the canal. It's just beautiful out there, honestly. There's it's a nice open concept. They've got a couple of nice fireplaces in there. It's so cozy. And they're just the sweetest people out there. So
nice.
They're just the nicest couple. So, that was that 353 East Ruscombe River Road. Definitely have to check that out. The pictures look great. The video looks awesome. It shows
it's a beautiful
really,
home.
really well.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It certainly is.
Yeah.
Great. Well, thanks for sharing that. Okay, so let's move on here. Let's have a little conversation, Cassie, about the perceived value for buyers for older homes versus new construction. There's definitely some pros and cons that are associated with that. Did you have? You have some clients that are looking for homes that have extra character and personality.
Sure.
We have a lot of older homes in Windsor and Essex County.
Yeah.
We also have a lot of new construction going on in Windsor and Essex County as well.
Yeah.
So we definitely have the best of both worlds. But based on your experiences with your clients, what would you say you've been finding people are looking more for?
Sure. A lot of it depends too. There's newer builds that are, let's say, maybe more in town or in the city, whereas sometimes people want a little bit more area. So maybe they're in, a little bit more, rural area. They're looking for a little bit more land or, a little bit more property. And a lot of times those comes with maybe an older farmhouse or, a little older property. So maybe you've got to do a little bit more work, but maybe you've got a little bit more land to enjoy. Yep. Or sometimes people just want to move into things turnkey, not have to worry about it. You've got a carry-on warranty, which is great. Mm-hmm. So at least you've kind of got a little bit of support that way. Everything's brand new. But of course too, there's cons, when you're building, you've got extra fees that you might have to incur. So maybe you've got to pay additional for the driveway. Maybe that's not included. Maybe there's trees you have to put on your lawn that are mandatory, or maybe you've got an unfinished basement. So now there's additional monies that have to be put into that, or landscaping is big.
Even the smaller things too, like when you factor in things like window coverings,
absolutely,
and upgraded lighting, and upgraded flooring, like all of
your
those things,
countertops,
the trim work. Yeah, absolutely.
And sometimes I think once you get going in that, and you, there's a lot of basic packages, but then you see the package, well, maybe they don't have as many lights as you like, and you're like, well, since you're up there, you might as well add some lights over here. Well, since you're there, since you're doing it, so that can add up quite quickly.
For sure.
On the contrary, if you've got maybe a bit of an older home, maybe it's not quite as cookie cutter like you talked about. Maybe it's got some more character. But sometimes too with that older character, maybe it needs a little bit of extra TLC.
Yeah.
Right. So maybe you need to update some things, or maybe you have trouble updating those
possibly.
things, possibly, right?
Yeah. Well, let's go through this pros and cons list that I found, because I think you just hit a lot of, it's amazing. Let's see how many you hit. Let's see if there's some other talking points here to take into consideration, because at the end of the day, there's a certain demographic of people that really love and appreciate the old world charm of those older homes. And there are a lot that just love that move in. I don't have to do anything or think about it again for, 10 years. Or whatnot. So new construction homes, offer modern design and customization. So new homes often feature contemporary designs and may offer customization options if purchased before completion.
Because if you've got an older home and maybe you need a little bit of extra space, or you're growing into it and you're deciding, well, maybe we could put an addition or an add-on. Sometimes there's limitations to what you can do.
Yep, for sure. Obviously, goes without saying that new homes require less maintenance being brand new.
Sure.
Energy efficiency, that's a big one.
Yes.
Newer homes often incorporate the latest technology and energy efficiency, potentially lowering utility bills.
Yep.
You already mentioned the new home warranty that comes with new homes in Ontario.
Yep.
And new homes usually also come with warranties on like their appliances and their HVAC and things like that. Modern conveniences as well. I mean, that goes
Sure.
without saying. They often offer modern amenities like smart home technology, larger closets, and open floor plans. Now, some of the cons of new is that now I don't know if this, I mean, both could say they
Right.
come at a higher cost.
Yep.
New construction can be more expensive per square foot than older homes.
Sure.
Depending on what it is, I think.
And what
right?
what you're doing.
Limited negotiation. There's often less room for negotiation on price.
Sure.
Which we've
I would
come
agree
to
with
realize.
that.
Yep. Immature landscaping. That's a big one also. You
Yep.
buy a home, for example, let's imagine even if it's just a subdivision lot, right?
Yep.
It's been graded. Has it been sodded or seeded? Maybe, maybe not. It might come with a little spindly tree.
Yeah. Do you need a fence?
So
Do
you got to
have-
think about
Yep.
that kind of stuff, and that's an additional expense. Ongoing construction. So if you're in a new development, that
Yes.
construction can go on for some time. My husband and we bought a home in a new development back when we lived up north, and we were the second house in the development. So therefore, we were in a dust bowl for a couple of years before it was all
Sure.
complete.
Yep.
Less character. So usually or oftentimes, unless you've designed this on your own, you may lack the unique architectural details and character found in older homes.
Sure. Sure.
So we'll take a quick look at older homes now. Character and charm, number one on the list. Older homes often have unique architectural designs and a sense of history. I love history. Like I think of all the goodness that
Sometimes you find even in those little old war homes, I'm always like, oh wow, look at this. This is really neat. Or, even some of the old farmhouses.
Haunted,
it's really
not haunted.
Yeah,
Who
all
knows?
the above. I'm here for it.
Established neighborhoods is another pro of older homes. The homes are typically in established areas with mature landscaping and a strong community feel.
Sure.
Potential for appreciation. Well-maintained historic homes can see significant appreciation in value. Typically, you'll see negotiation leverage. There's often more room to negotiate on price, especially if the home needs a lot of updating.
Sure. Yep.
And solid construction. They say this all the time. They don't build them like they used to. Many older homes were built with high quality materials and have stood the test of time. Cons for older homes, more maintenance. Older homes may require more maintenance and repairs. Outdated systems, plumbing, electrical, HVAC may be outdated and less efficient.
Your windows and doors.
Yeah,
There's a lot of big
windows
money.
for sure.
Windows
Yeah,
and doors
big.
cost so much right
Yeah.
now. But again, like energy efficient, you said, like that makes a big difference. If you've got those old wooden windows, how many
Yep.
times we still see those out
Yeah.
there?
And think of the insulation factor. We
Yes.
sold some older homes in the past, and clients have ripped them down to the studs, and the insulation was like crumpled up newspaper,
Yep.
for example. So that leads to higher utility costs. Next on the list, they often lack modern energy efficient features, leading to higher utility bills. Potential for hidden costs like asbestos, lead paint, lead plumbing as well. Outdated wiring can lead to unexpected renovation costs.
Yeah.
Unexpected to me that
Well, once you
I
start
think you gotta
peeling,
expect
expect the unexpected, I
Yeah.
guess. But because once you start peeling some of that older stuff back, it's amazing. Like, one of my parents were, when we lived at our old house, we were peeling apart flooring, and it was like, how much flooring is underneath here? Or
Yeah.
we were doing a friend's roof, and they were like, how many layers of shingles?
how many layers of wallpaper or
the wallpaper. We're not even getting started.
Last on the list, and this is subjective. It says less efficient layouts. Older homes might have less efficient layouts, smaller closets, and fewer bathrooms. Yes, to the bathrooms and closets.
Sure.
But I think personally, it's a personal thing. I love having separate spaces. I've had both. I've had open concept, and I've had a house that has like designated rooms, and I really miss those designated spaces. I don't know. I just like the cozy feel of it.
Yeah.
And that's just a personal preference, but
And we've really seen that open concept, like the last bunch of years really blow up. Like I feel like a lot of people really like that right now too.
Yeah,
But
for sure. So at the end of it, I mean, you're going to have to make a decision based on weighing out these kind of factors, your lifestyle, your budget, what your risk tolerance is for what you might find. But yeah, that's what we got.
that's a good list.
Yeah, it is a
that's
good list. I like older homes.
I like the character
Yes.
of it, and I like the story behind homes sometimes too. And even with new homes, not everything is necessarily perfect sometimes when you just move in either,
Wrap
right?
around porches. Like, I know you can do that in
I
new
need a
homes
porch
too, but
swing.
Yeah.
Be a little porch swing angel,
Yeah. A tree swing, a tire swing in the tree.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
okay.
Anyways,
All right.
no
We need to
daydreaming.
take a quick break. When we come back, we have Monica Bundy joining us to give us her home staging tip. And we're still going to give away a $50 gift card to the Richmond Popcorn Company a little later in the show. The keyword today is salty. Text your first and last name and the keyword salty to 10800, and we will do that draw in just a bit. Lots more to come here on the Dan Gemus Real Estate Show.